Hello students, today I am going to teach you our 10th lesson, that is light. Okay, light, reflection and refraction. So before going to the depth of the lesson, that is about to know the reflection and refraction, we must have to know about light, what it is. Okay, we all know that light is coming from the sun. Not only sun, various sources are there, but the major source is the sun. But what it is a form of energy. Okay, light is a form of energy. And what it causes? It causes the sensation of vision. It gives us the vision to see the different things. Okay, even we are able to see the thing. Hello students. Today I am going to teach you our 10th lesson, that is light, reflection and refraction. So before going to read about the reflection and refraction, I want to tell you something about light. Okay, so light is a form of energy. Okay, so first and foremost thing, it is a form of energy. The next one is, it causes the sensation of vision. Okay, it causes the sensation of vision. This means that it helps us to see the things. Okay, it helps us to see the things. Even we are able to see the things, but we cannot see anything in a dark room without light. So for your convenience, I want to tell you about the types of the objects that are around us, that are divided into two types depending on the light that they emitted. They are of two types. Number one is luminous object. Luminous object. Then what is the luminous object? These objects emit their own light. This means that they have their own light and they can emit the light. The example of such objects are the sun, then electric bulb, fire, etc. The next type is the non-luminous object. The non-luminous object do not have their own light, but they can reflect the light that they get from the luminous object. So the example of non-luminous objects are the moon. Moon do not have their own light. They can reflect the light that they get from the sun. The another examples are that the human beings, the chair, table, all the things that are around us. So these are the types of objects. Next, how can we see the object? How can we see? Suppose the light is there, it is coming from the sun. Objects are there, suppose one flower is there. But how we are able to see it? So the first and foremost necessary condition is there, that light must be present. The light must be present. And the second one is, the light after hitting the object, it must have to reflect back to various directions. Okay, and if the reflected rays falls on our eyes, then we are able to see the object. If it will not reflect, then we are unable to see the object. It must have to reflect, then we are able to see the object. Okay, so till this one I think you understood. If any query, then let me know. Okay, see, in our surroundings we are able to see the various objects. Okay, that some can pass the light through the objects and some cannot pass light through the objects. Now, depending on the nature of the transparency, transparency of light, the objects are of three types. See what problems we are facing here. So everywhere problems and problems. So three types. Okay. So three types. So the first type is, you know about this one, but still I am going through the concept because I know some have already forgot this. That is why. Okay. The first one, objects are transparent. Transparent object. Okay. Transparent means through which light can pass. Okay. The next one is the opaque object. The objects through which light cannot pass. These are called as opaque object. These are called as what? Opaque object. An opaque object can form the shadow. And now the third one is translucent. Translucent object. And translucent objects are those through which a partial amount of light can pass. So for example, the frosted glass. Okay. So these are the three types of objects that are there, divided on the basis of the transparency of light. Okay. So next, if we go through the nature, now we will learn about the nature of light. What is the nature? So there are two theories. Okay, these two theories are given which depict the nature of the light. The first theory is the wave theory. The first theory is the wave theory, and the second theory is the particle theory. Particle theory. Now, according to the wave theory, the light consists of electromagnetic waves. Okay, it consists of electromagnetic waves which do not require a material medium to travel. This means that it do not require any solid, liquid or gaseous medium to travel or propagation. So this theory is called as wave theory. And according to the particle theory, light is composed of some specific particles which travel in a straight line. So, and the particles are called as photons, photon particle. Okay. See, the properties of light that it travels in a straight line is called as the rectilinear propagation of light. Propagation of light. Okay. So, the photon particles travel in a straight line. So, it is the particle theory of light. Okay, we will move to our next part. Okay, so this particle theory deals with some phenomena, and wave theory also deals with some phenomena. This means that these two particles do not show all the phenomena of light. There are various phenomena of light. For example, the diffraction, diffraction, interference, polarization of light, reflection, refraction, casting of shadow, etc. So now see, here the diffraction, interference and polarization, this phenomenon is explained by the wave theory of light. And the reflection, refraction and casting of shadow, these phenomena are explained by the particle theory of light. Okay. So, according to the particle theory of light, light travels in a straight line. But we can see the difference here. Suppose diffraction. What happens in diffraction? The light rays bend it. It becomes bent when it goes around the corner of a tiny object. Suppose tiny object is there and light ray is going through the object. What will happen? It will bend around the object, around the corner of the object. Okay, this shows that light do not travel in a straight line. So these phenomena are explained through the wave theory of light. And reflection, refraction and casting of shadow, these are explained through the particle theory of light. So till this one I hope you understood. Okay. Okay, then I'll move to the next part. Let's start the modern theory of light. Modern theory. According to the modern theory, light has the dual nature. Two natures we already got, that light shows the wave nature and particle nature. So according to the modern theory, light has a dual nature. It exhibit the properties of both the waves and particles depending on the situation it is in. Okay, in which situation it is going through, depending on that the light shows the nature. Okay, so this modern theory of light is called as quantum theory. Quantum theory of light. So the branch of the physics, it is a branch of the physics where we are able to read about the lights, its properties, its effects, its sources, its natures. So that branch of physics is called as optics. If you go further studies in science, then you will be able to know about the optics. Okay, astrophysics are also there, nanophysics, there are many there, but the optics deals with the study of light. Okay, so here are two categories in optics. One is the physical optics and another one is the geometrical optics. Physical and geometrical. Geometrical optics. Okay. So what happened in physical optics? Physical deals with the wave nature of the light. Physical deals with the wave nature of the light. Relate with the first one. Okay. Relate with the first. I had discussed about the wave theory. So physical optics always deals with the wave nature of the light. This means that the physical optics always explain the diffraction phenomenon, interference, polarization, etc., etc. And the geometrical. The geometrical terms, geometrical optics deals with the properties of light which are described with the straight lines and plane geography. Okay, geometry means lines must be there. Okay, line means straight line. Okay, straight line. So we can say it as ray. So geometrical optics deals with the particle theory or particle nature of light. The path of propagation of light is called a ray. Suppose the light is propagated through a straight line. This one is called as a ray. It is represented by a straight line with an arrow. Suppose light is going from this source to this source and moving to this direction. So arrow is given like this. If the light is going through this direction towards the right, then give the arrow that facing to the right. Okay, so this is called a ray. This arrow indicates the direction of light. So a bundle of light is called a, suppose many many lines are coming from one source. Many lines are coming. This means that suppose here is an object, from each and every point of this object the light ray will come. Okay, this bundle of rays, light rays, are called as beam, a beam of light. And where from this light is coming? The light is coming from a source. Suppose sun is there and the sun light, it falls on the object, and from each and every point of the object the light rays are reflected. It is coming to like this and it is reflect. Okay, so we are able to see the object if we are here. If this lights reflected rays falls on our eyes, we can see the object. Now there are three different types of beams of light. The first one is parallel. These are called as parallel beam of light or parallel rays. Convergent. Convergent, the term indicates convergent. It converges to a direction. Okay, to a source. From a source, it converges to a particular point. Notice the arrow mark. Okay, this is called convergent. Convergent rays. And the another one is there. The convergent rays converge to a particular point. Suppose this one is the point. So it converges here. It is coming converges here. So they are called as convergent ray. And another one is there. I'm going to show you another one. The another one is there that are called as divergent. Okay, divergent. This means that it diverges from one point. Suppose here is the point. From one point, the light rays are diverged in different direction. So, in which direction we will give the arrow? We will give the arrow in the outward direction. Okay, these are the divergent beam of light, divergent rays. Okay, so students, I hope this is the introductory part. Before going to the depth of the depth of the lesson, before going to the read about the reflection and refraction, so we must have to know about this basics. Okay, now see, in this chapter the diffraction is not there, interference is not there, polarization of light is not there. So we no need to read about the wave nature of light, or no need to read about the quantum theory of light. And this lesson is confined in the particle theory of light. So we will get to know about the reflection and refraction. Refraction. You see the difference between the two term. Okay. Students always make confusion in these two words. So we will learn about the particle theory of light. So be strictly stick into the topic. So I hope the introductory part is finished. If you have any query regarding this introductory part, you can ask, you can give me message. And next part shortly we will start, because before going to take any class, I must have to do the videos first. Without video I cannot do anything. I hope in the audio it will be not a good, I don't know if you can grasp or not, but for me audio is not possible to read anything, for me only. Okay, so I must have to make the videos like this. So I will come shortly and give you the materials through the classroom. Okay, so I do not want that each and every one should be gathered in the classroom in a particular time only, but as soon as I will give you the materials, you can study there. Okay, we can study the materials and leave your comment, leave your query on the comment, then I will get, and now I will get rid of the unnecessary chatting and unnecessary messages from the group. So wish you all the best and welcome to my classroom again.